With the last pick in this year's draft.
Football is upon us. Hold up. All right, more like it. And speaking on jerseys, the New Orleans Saints got new jerseys. The jerseys that the New Orleans Saints unveiled been on the market now for some time. I remember going to a game in 2019 and I seen a lot of people in the crowd wearing the gold jerseys. And if you aren't familiar with the genesis of the gold jerseys, back in 2002, the New Orleans Saints wore the gold jerseys against the Minnesota Vikings. I remember that game. I remember those jerseys came and went. It was only one time that they wore those jerseys and they were gone. I remember being a kid wanting a gold New Orleans Saints jersey so bad, but I was living in Florida at the time. And if you know anything about teams' geographical reach, there is no New Orleans Saints gear in Florida. Even with Lids and Fanatics, there isn't that much New Orleans Saints stuff in the stores. And I wonder why. But that's neither here or there. The jerseys are from the 2002 season. You could have also bought the jerseys for a couple years now. The only thing that they added onto the jersey was the black strap right in this area. They put a black strap on there. It's a nice little touch. I still like the jerseys. I think they're cool. I just don't like the fact that they're ultra tan now. Matter of fact, tan might be too dark. It's like a cream color, an off-white color, khaki if you will. Look at this gold on this jersey, man. This is the gold we need. But then again, this is a Reebok jersey and Nike now has the contract to make jerseys for the NFL. So to all you Nike big wigs out in Oregon, please get a different color gold next year. But even with all that said, I'm still gonna cop me a gold jersey. Probably Chase Young, maybe Spencer Rattler, maybe Tyler Shough, whoever wins the quarterback battle. I don't know yet. But that's a perfect segue into the next part of what I'm about to talk about. The quarterback battle. It's been what, maybe 11 practices now? Almost 2 weeks worth of training camp. And before we had any type of camps, training camp, mini camp, rookie camp, whatever camp the New Orleans Saints was offering, I came on here and talked to y'all just like I'm doing now and told you something. It's documented on the channel. You can always go back and watch. One thing that I said is that I don't get on here and try to give y'all my opinion too often. I try to give y'all facts so you can't refute it. And if you refute it, you can go look it up. However, people still feel the need to argue with me over stuff that they can look up. And one thing that I realized in the smartphone era is that people with smartphones aren't that smart. The smarter the phone, the dumber the person.
Yep.
We're lazy. We don't want to go look up things for ourselves. And I tell y'all all the time, hey, look, go look it up for yourself. I made a video not too long ago.
Stop the cap.
Well, kind of long ago, basically saying that I don't believe that Tyler Shough will beat out Spencer Rattler for the quarterback battle if it's a fair battle. And shout out to that boy Kellen Moore because he's been keeping it fair. He even let Jake Haener run with the ones. So kudos to you, Coach Moore. Thank you for being fair in your assessments. But if you've been following the Saints, you know already that Spencer Rattler is the front runner in the quarterback competition. And unfortunately for Tyler Shough, he's been struggling a lot. And I'm not one to rain on anyone's parade. I do believe Tyler Shough will get it together, but right now he just isn't ready. Like I said in the previous videos. I also said in the previous video that Spencer Rattler is better than Tyler Shough at this moment. He has live game reps, and you can't say that someone without live game reps is better than someone who's been in the fire. And we see this playing out in training camp. But everybody wanted to come at me telling me that Tyler Shough is better than Spencer Rattler right now. Are you smoking? Just because the New Orleans Saints went out and got Tyler Shough with the 40th pick does not mean that he's better than anything that we currently have. I said this in a previous video. How many times do I have to say I said something in a previous video for y'all to understand that I said this in a previous video? I also stated that the New Orleans Saints reached out for Tyler Shough. I had zero problem with the New Orleans Saints drafting Tyler Shough. I even said this in the video that I made talking about the 2025 quarterbacks that were coming out in this year's draft. The only issue that I had with drafting Tyler Shough at 40 is that we had other positions that we needed to fill, and there were premium players still on the board. I don't know about y'all, but did y'all see what the tight end room is looking like? Jawan Johnson's hurt, Foster Moreau hurt, Taysom Hill hurt. I mean, I don't want to sound ungrateful or nothing like that, but wasn't Tyler Warren still on the board at 40? Hey man, I'm just a messenger. I'm not mad at the pick. If Tyler Shough works out, I will be thrilled. And I'm not here to bash Tyler Shough because I hope and I pray that he does work out because it helps my team, your team, the New Orleans Saints, look better in the long run. Even if Spencer Rattler takes the next step and he becomes the franchise quarterback, at least we got a good backup just in case. case he gets hurt. And y'all know the luck of the draw with the New Orleans Saints. If one person get hurt, the whole team get hurt. So again, I am rooting for Tyler Shough. I'm hoping that he figures it all out. Now is the time to play like this, because you're in training camp where you're supposed to make mistakes. Make the mistakes, learn from them, but don't keep doing the same things over and over again and expecting something different. That's insanity. But you want to know something else that is insanity? The way that New Orleans Saints fans treat Spencer Rattler. Goodness gracious, bro. Now I know some of y'all will say that I'm a little bit biased to Spencer Rattler because he is the first player that I follow from the beginning of his college career to the end of his college career. But I will also say this, I am a fan of the New Orleans Saints. No one is above the fleur-de-lis. The only person that is close to being at the same level as the fleur-de-lis, maybe he is on the same level, Drew Devontae Brees. His middle name isn't Devontae. I know that. But anyone outside of that, man, you are a player on my favorite team. If he goes to a different team, he being Spencer Rattler, I will root for him wherever he goes. But with that being said, if Tyler Shough came in and was dominating, I would want him to be our starting quarterback. I want to win, bro. I don't care about favorite players, bro. I want to see my team at the top again, bro. Some of you probably are old enough to remember us winning the Super Bowl. I remember, bro. I was a freshman in college. Do you understand what bragging rights is? Matter of fact, bro, I had this very same jersey on the night the Saints won the Super Bowl. This very same Joe Horn jersey, I had it on, bro. So now you see how I feel about Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shough. But if you wanted to know how training camp is going, Spencer Rattler is balling out. Yes, he has 3 interceptions, but he also has 10 TDs. I believe 2 were rushing and the other 8 were passing. So that's pretty good. And I believe he's completing like 70% of his passes. Excuse me, 71% of his passes, which is really good because he's been doing a lot of reps with the first. So he's going up against the first team defense. I believe everyone is at practice. So that's good, especially seeing as the New Orleans Saints still have a really good defense. Like, I hate the fact that people forget that the defense is still really good. So hats off to Spencer Rattler. Jake Haener is even balling out of control. Jake Haener is balling out. From what I am hearing with my own 2 ears from all of the beat writers that are with the New Orleans Saints, Jake Haener is playing better than Tyler Shough. And I get it. Some of y'all are going to say Tyler Shough is a rookie. What do you expect? But some of y'all, before all this even happened, was championing him as the next Drew Brees. Like, some of the comparisons that I was seeing on the internet was super crazy. I truly believe that the New Orleans Saints fan base put too much on this young kid's plate. I feel like he himself feels the pressure of all this. People saying that he's the next franchise quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. He probably figured he had to go out there and not make too many mistakes because coming from camp, they said that he would hold the football and rush on 7-on-7s. Man, you got to go out there and let that thing rip, especially on 7-on-7. And again, I believe it's all mental. It is something that he can get past. But another part of me believes that when he saw Spencer Rattler out there slanging that thing, pause if you need to, that also played on his psyche as far as like, dang, he's not just rolling over. And me following Spencer Rattler for so long, I knew that he was going to take on the challenge and wasn't going to give up easy. There's a lot of people on the internet saying that since the New Orleans Saints drafted Shough with the 40th pick, he has to start. No, he does not. Bro, $10 million in 4 years is about $2 million annually. That is the amount that you pay a backup. The New Orleans Saints ain't stressing over $10 million. If it does not pan out with Tyler Shough or Spencer Rattler, you're going to go back to the draft anyway. And you still got to pay Tyler Shough the $10 million. So you're just hoping that on this backup salary, which is smart, you want to get rookie quarterbacks on smart deals like their rookie contract and hope that they pan out. But they don't always pan out. I think we're too spoiled by what we see in the NFL or across the NFL, whichever way works best for you. We see young quarterbacks come in all the time and just start balling out of control. Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, CJ Stroud, the list goes on and on. But what you have to understand is Tyler Shough is a 40th overall pick in the 2nd round, and some people believe that he went too high anyway. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I know it all, but I did say in the video that Tyler Shough should be picked up in the 3rd round. And that's not me being mean. I'm just being real based off of what I saw. I did go back and do the research on every quarterback that was in this draft. Every single quarterback I went back and watched. I did not watch Tyler Shough at any point of his college career. I did not go and watch his film until before the draft, meaning I had no ties to Tyler Shough. I just knew he was a name in the hat and I did the research. It just so happened that the New Orleans Saints picked up Tyler Shough. But again, I hope that it pans out. I hope this is just a mental thing. As time goes on, I hope he gets better. Maybe he's a gamer. Maybe he's one of those people who don't do well in practice, but when it's game time, he puts his game face on and he go out there and play well. Shoot, that's what I'm hoping. But enough about the glamorous quarterback position. Let's talk about some other things. Danny Stutzman, boy. I told y'all in the post-draft video, Danny Stutzman, I was happy. I ain't gonna lie to you, I was not happy about the Kelvin Banks Jr. pick. I wasn't happy about the Tyler Shupp pick. But when we picked up Danny Stutzman, I was like, that right there, you're on to something. That boy been making noise. That boy been flashing. That boy might beat out Pete Warner. I don't know, man. Don't listen to me. I don't know. But he's been balling out. That's what I love to hear, bro. That's what I love to hear. The New Orleans Saints are at their best when they got a good linebacker core. Remember when we had that boy, number 52, Roberson? I forgot his first name, Roberson. Remember when he was our starting linebacker? Remember how those defenses looked? Now, remember when we had Jonathan Vilma as our middle linebacker? What we was doing? DeMario Davis? He's still here, but you see what I'm saying? The future at that linebacker position looking real nice. I can't even lie to you. Quincy Riley out there making plays too, man. I love to hear the young boys making noise. That's what you want to hear from training camp, that your young boys out here making noise on rookie contracts. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, boy. I was not very hyped about the new year. I always try to catch a couple Saints games per year, but for some reason this year wasn't exciting for me. But I can't even lie to you, training camp got me hyped. I am super excited for the first preseason game, not only for the quarterback battle, but for the entire defense. I want to see how this defense looks. I don't know about y'all, but my favorite side of the football is defense. To be specific, the trenches defensive line. I'm eager to see how that defensive line rotation looks like. I know a few of the vets aren't going to be starting, but hey, man, I just want to see how that rotation looks in the new 3-4 defense. I am excited to see how that plays out. This is the first time in a long time the Saints ran a 3-4 defense. So again, I'm really excited to see how that pans out. Man, I can't wait till Sunday. But just like the rest of you, I'll have to wait because I don't own a time machine.